Commercials. They fill young minds with propaganda. So it's about time we combated that with a boring off-camera lecturer giving kids homework instead. It's Analyzing Advertising on Riffin with Doggans. Centron when coronet is too highbrow. The Ministry of Silly Walks, the series. Chauncey Gardner? Hey, bird, want to buy a nut? First taste is free. Analyzing Advertising, not one of Harold Ramis's best. The Off-Brandy Bunch. So, is there a Mr. Nancy L. Garland? Yep, here come the lawyers from the Chaplin estate. Wait, is that why the coyote pups are stealing Boysen's pies to throw them at this guy? Even worse, the frosting was made with cayenne pepper. I just don't get the Benny Hill show. Oh, hat fell off. More susceptible to damage. God, the most 70s man ever.
Turn to our movie in just a moment.
But first, has anyone seen the rest of my beard?
Hey, kids, have you tried Crispies yet?
Those are familiar words, aren't they?
Which words? Everyone was talking over each other.
We're used to the frequent interruptions for commercials. Sometimes these commercials are annoying.
Oh yeah, I remember the Carrot Top AT&T campaign.
Children, come and get your snack.
A nice bowl of cereal, potato chips, I guess.
Advertising. And it's those commercials that pay for the shows we like to watch.
So be thankful for commercials, you little brats.
What is advertising?
Hang on, Jimmy James has a speech about this.
Any paid announcement or message used to help sell goods, services, or ideas.
You know, watching that makes me hungry.
Advertising is very helpful and important to all of us.
Where would we be without Where's the Beef?
Information we need to know about products and services.
It teaches us about triangle meals.
Advertising not only tells us about them, it also persuades us.
A mom grimacing through eating a chip, real persuasive.
How does advertising persuade us to buy things?
By remembering we're gullible morons.
And we use advertising to become wise consumers.
No, Wise is a different chip brand.
These are questions we want to answer in this film.
But we can't always get what we want.
Let's notice the different ways advertising comes to us. Advertising comes to us in newspapers and magazines.
And bananas and written in the sky, but not in dreams.
So eat crisp, flavorful, Crispies potato chips.
Video can't kill you soon enough.
Some advertising is in the form of signs and billboards along streets and highways.
Surprise him with chip grease fingers in his eyes.
Sometimes advertising comes right to our front door.
But it can't enter without being invited.
And as we all know, television advertising comes to us right in our own home.
And pop-ups automatically try to install opera for us.
The potato chips made especially for kids.
Then what was that woman surprising her man with them for?
Different ways of advertising are called advertising media.
Media, Pennsylvania. It's a real story without end.
Media, or ways of advertising, do you think is able to reach the most people at one time?
Probably laser engraving on the moon.
Which do you think is the most expensive for the advertiser to use?
Seriously, we need to make some cuts to the bottom line, and we're polling random kids for advice.
Now, let's see how advertising persuades us to buy things.
Young John Denver buys a bike.
Advertisers know that we sometimes buy things to make our friends and neighbors jealous.
We're petty like that.
Are you interested in the bike?
Yes, I saw your ad and I'd like to try it out.
I'm so excited to try it.
Some things we buy because we think they will help us win the love or friendship of other people.
Centron, you couldn't go 5 minutes without turning this into a bicycle safety short.
Emotion.
Man, when did you get this new bike?
I just got it.
The same kid twice.
That persuades us to buy things to satisfy our emotions or feelings is called emotional advertising.
This narrator has never experienced an emotion.
Let's look at a television commercial as an example.
Wait, a commercial without Ryan Reynolds?
Notice that the commercial is aimed at our desire to have friends and be liked by others.
A desire I myself am above.
When you have a package of Chewies,
You need to be careful not to bend your Wookiee.
just give them some Chewies and watch them smile.
Stare at their candy-filled
Favorite
mouths.
Chewies are fun to chew and they taste so good too. Everyone loves Chewies.
Starring Chu Romano.
Girls,
Chewy.
even grown-ups.
Even Shirley MacLaine in a Granny Clampett wig.
Would you like some? Oh, thanks.
You know, when you eat Chewies, You'll probably make all kinds of friends.
Yes, buy Chewies to give random old ladies orgasms.
You'll get fruit-flavored Chewies wherever candy is sold.
Wherever that may be, it's not my job to know.
Let's take another look at that commercial.
No, I think we got it the first time.
Our emotions. Do you think giving people Chewies is a good way to make friends?
Nah, I'm gonna buy friendship with broccoli
Will
instead.
people really like you more if you give them some Chewies?
Or will they just form a dependency?
Did the commercial tell you enough about the product?
Centron made this film because they were just jealous of effective propaganda.
Do you think a commercial like this would make people want to buy Chewies?
Or will it make them want to build a model of the Eiffel Tower out of Belgian waffles?
Emotional advertising can be used in newspapers or magazine advertisements as well.
I don't get today's
Here's how a
Lockhorns.
newspaper ad for Chewies might look. Notice that the idea is the same. That people will like you and be your friend if you give them some Chewies.
So they have a consistent marketing strategy. You really blew the lid off
Advertising
this.
is aimed at our logic or reasoning instead of our emotion.
Coyote versus Acme
It's called
football.
logical advertising, and it tells us facts about the product.
Real facts or Cliff Clavin facts?
How much it costs,
Oh, it's only weak.
what it's made of,
Made from the hide of cops.
or any special features of interest to buyers.
Regulation measurements is the
Now, see
opposite
if
of
you can
special.
find any logical reasons for buying the product in the following TV commercial.
So we're a focus group now.
Hey, kid,
No need to yell.
you like the taste of a chocolate milkshake? Then get Quick Mix, the milk flavor that makes ordinary milk taste like a thick chocolate milkshake.
See, it's not Nestle Quick because they added the word mix, legally distinct.
Milk, stir, and there's your delicious chocolate milkshake.
Ray Kroc is sold. Mom's a Catherine Hahn character.
For just 3 cents a glass, Quick Mix in milk supplies all the vitamins and minerals kids need for good health.
And if it's good enough for RFK Jr., then you should probably verify it with an actual
Now
expert.
let's see what we learned. What were some of the logical reasons given to make us want to buy the product?
The aggressive shouting of "Hey kids" was pretty logical.
Did this commercial give you information you need to know about the product itself?
Or did it give you info that was beyond your clearance level? Step into this room,
What
please.
do you think your parents would like most about Quick Mix?
What do I care how my parents feel? They don't like anything fun.
Let's take a look at another form of advertising we've all seen. It's called the product endorsement.
Mr. Sparkle's
because
moving
famous
up.
People endorse or recommend the product. These celebrities may be baseball players,
Whose faces are shrouded in mystery.
race car drivers,
It is Cliff Clavin. He wrote the little-known facts.
or glamorous movie stars.
Or Professors and Mary Ann's.
Hi. If you want to be a sparkler like me,
Then stand with your arms outstretched and your fingers on fire. Now you're a human sparkler.
Advertisers use these celebrities because we usually believe the advice of famous and successful people.
Until we yell at them for getting political.
We recognize them and look up to them as experts on the products they advertise, even though they seldom are.
I don't know, he has fewer teeth to take care of, so he's probably devoted more energy to each one.
Commercial using the endorsement method.
Hi, I'm Joe Trickney.
That's almost a joke. Well done, Centron.
Football and a hearty breakfast of Flakies helps provide that energy. Flakies are made from Power Pack kernels.
Thus the Power Packed kernels were born.
Nutritious foods.
Ah, no
Eat a
marshmallows?
bowl of good-tasting, supercharged Flakies for breakfast,
Or else.
and you'll be off and running for the whole day.
You're ready for so many concussions.
Remember, to play like a pro, you need the energy of a pro. So take my advice. Eat Flakies, the cereal of the pros. Got it?
That wasn't to the audience. He was asking
Let's
the
take a
director if they
closer
were
look
done.
At this endorsement. Why did the advertiser have a football player advertise Flakies instead of a teacher or an office worker?
He was probably more affordable.
Do you think you could become a professional football player if you ate this cereal?
I hope not. I'd rather be a teacher or an office worker.
Do you think the football player made this commercial because he likes Flakies?
So take my advice. Eat Flakies, the cereal of the pros. Got it?
Ashton Kutcher's acting has gotten worse.
Playing football make this man an expert on breakfast cereal?
I mean, as an athlete, he's presumably consulted a dietitian for best practices, so I believe literally anything he tells me. Oh, we're being attacked by Oompa Loompa lyrics.
Sell goods and services.
You left off heart.
Advertisers try to describe their products in the best possible manner. Unfortunately, this sometimes results in advertising that is not as truthful as it should be.
What? You're crazy.
This is another reason why it's important that we learn to understand advertising.
As usual, the 12th comment thinks they're first.
See if you can find anything wrong with the statements and claims made in this commercial.
Something's wrong in the
Like
casting.
chocolate and peanuts? Then try a delicious Crunch Bar.
Again, not Nestle Crunch. Changed one letter. Distinct.
25% more peanuts.
Stolen from that guy who was offering them to that bird.
Crunch. Everybody loves a Crunch Bar.
I'm indifferent to this Crunch
You
Bar.
won't find a better tasting candy bar anywhere.
This guy looks like he's been warned
If you
against
like
offering kids
chocolate and
candy.
Peanuts, try a Crunch Bar.
What's with the orgasmic candy, Centron?
At first, this commercial sounds as if it's logical advertising based on fact.
If you're an idiot, maybe.
But now let's listen to those statements more carefully.
Crunch Bars have 25% more peanuts.
That sounds good. But 25% more peanuts than what?
Then comparable candies, obviously. Do I have to do everything for you?
Everybody loves a Crunch Bar.
How does he know?
Directed by James L.
Isn't it
Brooks.
possible that someone somewhere doesn't like Crunch Bars?
Learn to be obnoxiously pedantic,
You
kids.
won't find a better tasting candy bar anywhere.
How does he know?
How does he know
He
that
checked
you love him?
everywhere? Could he prove that statement?
Let's review the minutes of the People vs. Crunch Bar
Do you
Creep.
think this commercial was completely truthful?
Try a Crunch Bar.
This example shows why it's important that we learn to analyze advertising and understand how it tries to persuade us.
Worst ASMR ever.
So next time our favorite program is interrupted by a commercial, instead of just watching, let's try to understand how the commercial tries to persuade us to buy the product.
Instead of taking a bathroom break, fill out a worksheet.
Is the commercial aimed at my emotions, like the Chewy's commercial we saw, or was it aimed at my logical reasoning?
Or is it just an absurdist comedy sketch with a brand name at the end?
When we see a famous person in an ad or commercial,
We should feel sorry for how their career is going.
is the celebrity really an expert on the product he's endorsing?
Are you implying Weird Al wasn't a Radio Shack expert?
Let's pay close attention to what is said about the product so we can make good buying decisions based on fact.
Or just Google the cheapest store brand dupe.
Advertising can be a valuable tool
Citation
when
needed.
we use it wisely to become intelligent, informed consumers.
Yeah, if you're watching whatever this is, the ship might have sailed on being intelligent and informed. Oh no, my lack of any attempt to hide backfired. Oh, now this is getting weird. Ah, putting the pun in corporal punishment. Still less unsettling than Home for Christmas, Centron. Well, that was analyzing advertising, and I hope we all learned to be extremely skeptical of every ad that isn't for Riffin with Doggans Volume 1 available on DVD and digital download right now. These are the only ads you can trust. And any ads for any future products I do. Just trust me, nobody else. I would like to thank my patrons not only for their continued financial support, but also for joining me on Patreon live streams to brainstorm jokes for this riff. If you would like to join the next Patreon live stream, even a $1 pledge gets you access. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to shave down to just my sideburns and mustache. And until next time, this is Dave, signing off.